What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Winston. If you're stopping in for the first time, a little background: I had double jaw surgery on June 3rd, which was 48 days ago. So I'm almost 7 weeks out, and I post a lot of videos on my preparation and how I've been recovering so far. So be sure to check those out and subscribe to my channel if you kind of want to follow me as I continue to heal. But today's video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my update from my previous video. There were a lot of comments on it talking about my midline and my relapse that my orthodontist mentioned to me in terms of my jaw starting to narrow again. If you watch my other videos, you guys know that I had the double jaw surgery, obviously, but I also had the palate expansion or multi-segment. Basically, palate expansion, they widen the jaw, they break it here, and then they kind of take these side pieces and kind of widen them out, keeping your midline one piece. So it's because I had a narrow jaw, so that was kind of something that the orthodontist told me was starting to narrow again, and the muscles in my mouth are trying to kind of force my bite to go back to the way it was. So I talked about that, and then after the orthodontist visit, I also talked to you guys about my midline being off, my teeth just not hitting, clicking the right way, or when I'm biting, it's only the left side, or the lateral incisor tooth I had, it was really hitting one of these teeth like right on top, and it was just really uncomfortable and annoying. But that was like a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I can't remember actually, it might have been even 2 weeks. I think it took me a week to upload. So that was 2 weeks ago, and I've got an update for you guys. So far, actually, things are pretty good. So relapse is a real thing. If you guys are gonna have double jaw surgery, it's a real thing. But what I wanna say to you guys is that you just have to be patient, and I think it's a normal process of your mouth and your bite to kind of be forcing itself back to the way that it used to be. Don't worry about it too much. So when I got back from that visit, I was just really panicking. I called my orthodontist actually like 2 days after I visited him, was like, hey, like, are we gonna be able to like fix this, or like am I really screwed? Is the relapse like too much to handle, or the braces, or the rubber bands not able to kind of fight against that force of the muscles and the jaw and the bone healing? Like, am I gonna be all right? And he basically told me that this is pretty normal in all patients after double jaw surgery. Once you get your splint out, your splint does a really good job of keeping your mouth wide, because it's kind of like a cast for your mouth. You bite into the splint, which has like indentations for your teeth, and it holds your mouth there. But once it comes out, it's kind of, you know, you're talking, you're moving your mouth around, and your mouth can kind of start relapsing. But it's a normal process, and what I've learned is that he told me, the orthodontist said, that of all the patients he's dealt with post double jaw surgery, none of them have had to go back into surgery a second time. So that's pretty big. I hope you guys kind of get that message that your jaw will move, and that's another thing I've learned a lot, is like, it's always been moving, right? I've always noticed little things, and I got really freaked out because it was moving a lot, and my bite was not clicking the way it should, and again, like, all the teeth were not matching up. It moves a lot, like it moves a lot. And I think somebody commented this, or somebody on a Facebook group, the jaw surgery support group, mentioned it. But if I, for example, take my rubber bands out, which I'm wearing right now, so I'm only wearing one guiding elastic on the right side only, instead of the left side, so these diagonal ones. I used to be wearing both. I'm now just wearing one on the right side to kind of combat that crossbite. And then in the back, I have the palate expansion rubber bands, which kind of pull my top jaw, edges of my top jaw across my teeth and anchor to the bottom of my outside teeth. So from top to bottom across. I showed you guys that last video. But if I took this elastic off right here, this sideways one, the guiding one, I would notice in like 24 hours. If I did not wear it for 24 hours, I would notice completely that my bite is already moving. So things happen really fast. Your bite is gonna be moving. Your teeth are not gonna be as they were when they just came out of the splint, when the midline was perfect. But I think that the fine tuning that happens with the orthodontics works. And you just have to be patient with it and try not to freak out like I did last video, because I was really worried that, like, I have all these problems, like I just went through surgery and I wanted to be perfect, right? You notice so much about your mouth after surgery, you're so in tune with every little bit, that I got really worried that the rubber bands were not doing enough, and they weren't able to combat the relapse. But I'm pleased to say that if you guys look at my bite today, this is 2 weeks after that kind of worried video. Well, 1 week since you guys saw it, but I filmed it a week before that. So 2 weeks since my orthodontist visit, and when I called him and all that stuff, he said, you know, it's normal, just keep wearing the rubber bands. We're gonna stay on top of it. If we stay on top of it, it'll be fine. So here's what my bite looks like right now. So you guys can see that the midline, I got this little thing to use as a mirror for myself. The midline's like really close. It's like right there. Okay, so before it was way off, and now it's kind of back the way it was, and the rubber bands are working. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really pleased with that. I'm wearing them religiously. Actually, this one I was only supposed to wear at night, he said, but then I called him. I was like, listen, like, this is the crossbite, you know, combating band. I want to make sure that that really works. Can I wear it all day? And he was like, well, I didn't want to like overload you, but yeah, that's fine if you want to wear it all day. So I wear this all day, and I wear these also all day, all night, every 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I'm on top of it. I'm on the rubber bands, but the bite is fine. All my teeth are kind of clicking the way they should. I'm not getting like uneven pressure on the left side and, you know, making contact first over the right. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Otherwise, that's kind of all I wanted to say. I kind of want to keep this video short, but it's just a short update because now that I'm 7 weeks along, I'm not going to the orthodontist or surgeon every week. There aren't drastic changes happening anymore. The swelling is continuing to go down. I've noticed that my facial structure looks different for sure. I think I have a stronger jawline now, and like my chin is definitely stronger. And I think that's a fine thing in terms of aesthetics for a guy. One of my surgeons wanted to have a genioplasty and kind of move my chin back. Ended up not going with him, and obviously went with a team at UCLA, and I think it worked out fine. So it'll continue to look better, and I think I'll kind of get used to it more and more. At first you're kind of like, oh God, is this kind of what I'm going to look like? This is weird. But one thing you need to know is you need to have patience. Like, this whole process takes a long time. Patience in the way you look, patience in the way your bite comes together, right? Your bone's still healing. I'm 7 weeks. It takes 6 to 8 weeks for your bone to heal. Sometimes even 12, some articles argue. I think with jaw it's a little different because of the plates and screws and the, you know, the surgery they do. It's not like you snapped a bone if you were in an accident. That might take longer. But you have to be patient on so many different levels. Patient with food. That's kind of one of the hardest things I think I've been going through right now. And about this whole thing is you feel good. You're confident. You know, you're healthy. Nothing's hurting me. I'm not in pain. I'm worried about my midline and kind of the way my teeth are coming together. But this kind of popping noise, like a Rice Krispie pop, would happen like in the root of above one of my teeth, just like in this isolated spot. That's kind of going away, it seems like, which is another good thing. So things take time, and like I was saying with food, I really want to eat normally again, but I'm not eating at all. Any like hard normal foods, Chipotle bowls, I'm not having that. I'm not having burgers. I'm not having chicken, meat, anything like that. The only thing I've been doing is having pancakes, really soft. I make them with buttermilk. I've had cake. I make overcooked pasta with pasta sauce, so it kind of just can slide down. I am chewing it slightly. I can have scrambled eggs, those kind of soft chew foods, and I think I'm just gonna stick with that for a little while. It's tough, it's hard, but be patient. Everything will come together. This is a positive video, different from my other one because I'm finally feeling like, okay, maybe the rubber bands are actually gonna work. I'm gonna go see my orthodontist, I think next week. He wanted to see me 3 to 4 weeks, but I think with an orthodontist, you gotta try and always pick the earlier date because then you can always get changes happen faster. Maybe you can get out of your rubber bands faster because if I wait 4 weeks versus 3, maybe it's marginal difference in terms of that extra time that you waited, and you could have gotten new bands or something else to kind of combat this or fix this. So that's pretty much it, guys. Another thing I want to just touch on really quickly is kind of sensation and feeling. I still can't feel my lip here. I still can't feel my chin. It feels like it's kind of coming back, but I can definitely feel that it's like numb. It's like got a weird thing. It feels like when I do this, I can move it. I know you guys can see, and it probably looks normal, but it feels like there's like a fishing hook in my lip, and it's like being pulled this way, and like a nerve is like kind of numb this way. Also, when I drink water, I've got water in here. Sometimes when I drink cold water, and the cold water goes to the edges of my lip here, it kind of shoots like this like cold feeling down my face. So that's kind of weird, but that's kind of numb. Everything else is pretty good. I can't curl my lips over my teeth. My top doesn't, so like I can do it on my bottom, like that. But my top, I can't do it. So if I was a girl, for example, and I was doing lipstick, I can't like do that thing that girls do with their lips. And that's just a way to test like how healed you are. I think maybe the braces are kind of blocking that, and also my jaws move further out, so I'm not quite, I don't know if I have like the muscle memory to like even do that. What else? Gum on my mouth is pretty numb still. Again, I'm only 7 weeks, so that's kind of how it is. But anyway, guys, I want to keep this video short. I don't want to make it 20 minutes again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll give you guys another update. So far, the things are going well. I've got a lot of soup. I've still been drinking soup. I did end up throwing out my syringes. A lot of you guys were asking me where I got these. I got these from the hospital. They actually came like this, and then they gave me like tubing that has like a fatter side, and you kind of just slide it on top. This is all from the hospital. So yeah, things are good. I'm just letting time kind of take its course right now, and I'm just trying to be patient and positive with the way things turn out. It seems like the orthodontics are going to work. The midline's looking good. Here's a side profile too. So yeah, that's it. Everybody, you guys got this. You can do it. Stay tuned for the next video. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.